there! Welcome back to Dolls and Mud. Well, today is the day I received my replacement 131. If you watched my previous video, you know that the 131 that I received last week has an extremely thin wig. I have since watched a couple of other YouTube videos and it looks like this is just the way her wig is being made. Nevertheless, since I left a review indicating that I wasn't entirely satisfied with the wig, American Girl did reach out and offer to send me a replacement. That replacement just arrived today. I'm going to open her up. We're going to compare the two dolls, compare their wigs, and I'm going to basically just choose which doll I like the face of and the wig of best, and we will return the other one to American Girl. So let's get to it. Okay, let's open her up. So fun seeing dolls all new in their boxes. Even though I already received this doll, it's still exciting seeing another one all new in her box. Okay, there she is. Let me lift her out and we will give her the look. Give her the look over. All right, so I just love this new packaging. Don't you love this new packaging of these girls? Isn't it beautiful? I am so pleased with these new boxes. I mean, these make me want to buy dolls. Not that I have any trouble wanting to buy dolls anyway, but these really make me want to buy dolls. So let me look at her face. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Oh, wow. I have to say they are, obviously they're twins, but I do prefer the face of this one, so I may just keep her because I think her face is fabulous. I love her. I don't know if this is really visible in the camera with the reflections, but there they are. One in the box, one out of the box. There you go. Let me pull her hair back here. Can you see the two different faces? We're going to take her out of the box, of course, and completely compare her. But there she is with her twin. And we get the fun of just checking out the wig and seeing which one is better. I love, love, love the face on this girl. Oh my goodness. Really like it. See, I've only been to the American Girl stores a handful of times, but we used to have two different stores that were about the same distance from us here on the West Coast, and both stores have since closed. So there were times when I could actually go to the store and choose dolls in person, and that has not been the case for the last, oh gosh, 4 years. So I've generally had really good luck buying dolls new from American Girl. I generally am sent really nice dolls. Every now and then there's been a dud, but by and large I'm really happy with the ones they send me. So this has been a little, different experience, having the one they send not be perfect. Oh my gosh, I love this doll though. Okay, let me get my scissors and we're going to take her out of the box. So I will just say it's been really hard waiting. I got her on Wednesday evening and I haven't really let myself play with her because I realized I might have to return her to them. So I didn't really want to make her mine and attach myself to her knowing that I might end up returning her. So it's just been a little bit difficult, but that's fine. So here we go. Oh my goodness. I love how different they all are, even when they're the same doll. I just love that each one has their own look. I've always kind of liked the idea of having twins, but I've never liked a doll so much that I want to have twins of her, if that makes sense. I'll love them, but I want them to be unique. It's not like I've liked a doll to such an extent that I want to have two of that exact identical doll in my collection. I have to say, I think 131 is an exception to that general rule. I can imagine having twins of this doll. That's how much I love her. And I just think she's so fun. So it'll be very interesting with the wig to see if they're exactly the same or if one of the wigs is marginally better. I do feel like I like this girl's face. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. So there she is with her hairnet on. Her jacket's kind of all squunched. And I will line them up here. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so here are the two dolls side by side. Now there's a height difference only because I have this girly, the one that arrived last week, up on this American Girl stand. So just feeling in the wig net, it does feel like the same amount of hair. I didn't let myself get my hopes up that the wig is going to be dramatically better because I just figured this is probably standard for this doll. Yeah, and I would say it feels like the same amount of hair. So I'm just hoping that this girl has a slightly better distribution of the hair. If not, we're just going to choose the doll whose face I like best, and we're just going to accept that the wig is not perfect. You know, life is not always ideal. So there they are side by side. Let me look at their faces. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Okay, I'm kind of turning them toward the light. Oh, so beautiful. Oh my goodness. They're really different. It's fascinating to me. So I have a favorite, even though I already thought the one that I got last week was lovely. I have to say I prefer the face of the new one. So assuming the wig is equally thin on both dolls, I'm just going to keep New Girl, and I will show you why. So interesting to see the differences. Okay. And we're going to do the real twin thing. We have like a half zip here. Hopefully you can see this, and hopefully my camera's doing a better job at this distance. I feel like it doesn't do so well with the close-ups. So here we go on my last week's 131. On her eye sockets, I feel like the eye sockets are cut a little on the large size so that you can actually see a tiny bit of white under the iris of the eye. And I feel like that is more almond shaped and a little bit fuller in the face on New Girl who arrived today. And I just prefer the fuller Josefina mold faces. I've had both. Obviously, I've had Josefina mold faces that are thinner. I've had ones that are chubbier. I just like the really chubby round faces. You know, every doll has a slightly different expression because even though they're made in a factory, they're still, you know, individuals. But yes, I just feel like I like how her eyes are sitting in the eye sockets a little better on this girl. I just love the chubbiness of her face. So this is a clear favorite. If I had gone through the dolls in the store, I would have definitely chosen this girl over this girl. No offense to this beautiful girl here, but oh, so beautiful. Okay, here's the moment of truth. We are going to go ahead and compare wigs and just see what we see. So let me take this hairnet off here. Okay, I'm really hoping that the girl with the face I prefer doesn't have a thinner wig. That would be really ironic, but we're not going to expect anything like that. So there we go. There's her hair out. So like I said, it feels by my twist test, doing a little twist ponytail, like the same amount of hair. And just checking the distribution in front. So this looks really nice. Around the face looks really good. Actually seeing less gapping here. This girl has a slight gap. I pointed that out in my opening, or not my opening video. I pointed that out in my other video. But I'm not seeing that gap on this girl, so I really like that. Little unevenness on this side, but nothing that I can't live with. So I'm really liking how the hair lays on the top and front and sides. Really nice. So let me compare the back. And I will just say this one is better. It is definitely better. So I'm not seeing it so thin that when it's just laying down, I can see the gaps. That's not the case on this new doll. So I am very satisfied. If this had been the doll that I had arrived, I would not have left a review and said that this was too thin of a wig. This is fine. You know, I've had dolls where it's a little thin in the back. Actually, my summer doll is a little thin in the back, and it's like I don't expect perfection. It's just that this one is noticeably gapping. And that's not the case on this new girl. So good news. This is the one I'm going to keep. Her hair is really nice. It's beautiful. I actually prefer her face. She's adorable. I am a very happy camper. So they sent me a replacement and it worked. Yay! So really, really happy about that. Yeah, really not seeing the issues at all. And now I know that this wig is just, you know, not ideal in the thickness department. And that's just how it's being made. So I'm not going to freak out about it. But this one is perfectly nice. I feel like I can play with her. And I'm not seeing, the coverage is really good. So I don't know if you can really pick this up. I'm going to try to lean her toward the lens here and see. So I'm not really seeing any major issues. It does look like there's short hairs back here that are covering the wig cap, at least to my eye in this light. I know this room is a little bit dark. This is the best I could do today. I have foster puppies in the library, so I can't use that anymore. And yeah, so I'm not really seeing any noticeable gapping issues. I feel like it's got nice coverage in the back. I am really happy with my replacement. Actually, I am totally thrilled with my replacement. This is nice. So that is my beautiful new girl. I also kind of like the way it's not falling over her eye. Does anybody else see that? I feel like it's sitting back a little bit here. Whereas on my first one, do you see how it's kind of falling forward? Isn't it interesting how, you know, I like this in the front. I like how this wig is sewn in the front. But isn't it interesting how it's kind of falling forward on her? Is that just me? No, it's really just falling that way. That's just how it naturally lays. It might be that she has a little less forehead, like the wig itself is glued on lower. Yeah, I think it is. I think this one is glued on a little higher. Do you see that? Anyway, I'm so excited. So again, I'm going to take her off the stand here. And I'm just going to show you side by sides. Again, I don't know if this is going to be picked up by the camera, but I'm just going to kind of give them a little shake. So like I'm a little girl, right? I'm playing with my dolls. Here are their side by sides of the wigs. So make of that what you will. If you had seen this doll, the one they sent me first, in person, you would know exactly what I'm talking about with the gapping. But new girl does not have that issue. And I think she is absolutely glorious. And there they are side by side, so you can see the differences in the same identical doll. And this is why I could imagine having twins of a doll, just because even though they're the same, they are noticeably different from each other. I feel like for me, this face is a little thinner, this face is a little rounder and fuller. These eyes look a little larger, these look just a tiny bit more almond shaped. I would say hairline is lower, hairline is higher. Isn't that interesting? I find that fascinating. I used to love it when I had the opportunity to go to the stores and I would have like 3 or 4 of a doll that I was going to buy out open with their boxes open, and I would be looking at them all and just having so much fun deciding which of the faces I liked best. It was just super fun. Maybe someday I will be traveling and get to go to an American Girl store again. But anyway, so there we go. So that solves the question, and that actually gives me hope for those of you like me who bought this doll online, that you can get a perfectly decent wig, a perfectly decent doll. This girl, I'm not seeing any major issues, nothing. This would not have flagged me at all. I would not have said, oh, well, it's a thin wig, oh, well. I would have said, no, this is a nice wig, not the thickest wig in the world, like sometimes in the past, but certainly not thin. I would not have seen any issues with it. So I hope all of you who are ordering or who have already received 131 got a great doll like this one. This girl is lovely. I feel kind of bad returning her, but I mean, it's really not acceptable, so I guess that's not my fault. She's a beautiful doll. I feel sad for her. I know I tend to anthropomorphize them a little bit, but there you go. So that's it. That's our video for today. Very excited to have found my 131, and I'm glad I was able to share this with you, and good luck with your doll buying. And yes, I hope you're enjoying the beginning of June. Let me know in the comments, if you haven't already, on my other video, which of the new Truly Me's are you planning to buy or have already bought? And what do you think of them? Have you received them? Do you recommend? I will say I am really, really drawn toward number 132. She was the second that I just was like, oh my gosh, what a gorgeous doll. Now I do have a custom doll who's a custom Sonali mold. She's actually a custom 112, so she does have the regular dark skin tone, but she has hazel eyes and a beautiful textured wig from Dallas Doll Company. And since I got her recently, I was like, I don't necessarily want to get 132 right off the bat because I don't want the doll that I have to stop seeming as special to me. But I find 132 with her gorgeous wig like completely irresistible. So I'm definitely going to get her at some point this summer. Yeah, I would say of the 3, I'm a little bit less enthusiastic about 130. I feel like I love the Jess mold, but not the recent Jess mold. You know, just a lot of eye issues, and I just like the older Jess molds a little bit better. So that's holding me back a little bit, but I love her wig style. I love that they gave her bangs. I love that she's sort of reminiscent of Truly Me 54. Like I said, I will probably end up with her as well at some point. I kind of want to give her freckles. Don't you think she'd be super cute with freckles? I'm thinking about that. Maybe I'll customize mine to make her just a little bit different. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're enjoying the beginning of summer and making time for doll play. I'm trying to do that. I've been really busy lately and I am now fostering again, so that's keeping me even busier. But in between nursing my foster puppies, I am definitely going to make time to play with dolls. See you next time. Bye!